Matching numbers using regular expressions can be as simple as creating a pattern to match a very specific number or sequence of numbers. This works in simple cases, but it's very restrictive. What if you want to match a range of numbers? What if you want a phone number? I wanted a girl's phone number once, but she said no. Maybe if she saw my RegEx skills now, she'd think twice. Jessica, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. I hope riding in that guy's Chevy Camaro brought you all the happiness you wished for.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I'm Victor, by the way, and I've been using regular expressions for a couple of years now without any distractions from beautiful women, so I'd like to show you how to match numbers using them. Regular expressions, not beautiful women. I'm fresh out of those. I'll be using C# in this video, but the approach is similar in other programming languages. The biggest difference being C# uses strings when creating regex patterns. If you wanted to match a specific number in a piece of text, say 69, just like we've done in the previous videos which I hope you watched, you can simply write the number 69 between two double quotes. You'll get a match anytime 69 occurs in the text. If you want to match a range of numbers, for example, anything between 0 and 9, you can use a square brackets character class also mentioned in the video before this. Inside the double quotes, type an opening square bracket, the number 0, a hyphen, the number 9, and then a closing square bracket. This says match any number between 0 and 9. You can also use the backslash and letter method we looked at before. The letter you'll use this time is a lowercase d, so instead of the square brackets, type a backslash followed by the lowercase d between the double quotes. These two accomplish the same thing. If you want the reverse of all this and match anything that isn't a number, add a caret, not the vegetable, at the beginning of the square brackets character class or an uppercase D after the backslash. RegEx101.com is a great tool you can use to visualize all this in real time as you're building your regular expression pattern, so I'd recommend testing them out there if you feel stuck. It highlights all your matches and provides a short explanation of what's going on. I use it all the time and I found it to be very useful. Full disclosure, I'm not sponsored by them. I just think it's a good and reliable website to test your regular expressions for free, but if they do want to sponsor me, then I wouldn't mind a few coins here and there. It's worth noting that using the square brackets character class or the backslash and lowercase d only matches individual numbers. If you had a number like 374, you'd get individual matches for 3, 7, and 4. So this approach wouldn't be ideal if you wanted to match any numbers over 9. To fix this, you can add the plus sign after the closing square bracket or lowercase d to tell the regex engine, I want you to keep matching numbers until you reach a character that isn't a number. This plus sign is called a quantifier, and I plan on covering them more deeply later on, but just go with it for now. With this change, 374 will become one match instead of 3 separate ones, and any other multi-digit number such as 56, 1900, and so on will be treated as a single match. Now that you know how to match numbers using regular expressions, let's switch over to Visual Studio to see how we can use this information to extract phone numbers from a piece of text. If you're not familiar with Visual Studio or C# in general, I have videos I will link to the top right of your screen to get you up to speed on how to use them, including the console application I'm using in this short demo. The phone number you'll be extracting is 678-999-8212. If you can figure out where I got that from, write your answer in the comment section below and I'll pin the first comment to get it right. It's not Jessica's though, she wouldn't let me have it unless I was driving an expensive American muscle car. Go ahead and store the piece of text with the number in a variable called message. You can call it anything you want, but for simplicity's sake, I'll just call it message. The next thing you'll need is the regex pattern. I'm going to show you two ways of extracting a phone number, one using the square brackets character class and the other using the backslash and lowercase d method. Go ahead and create a string variable called pattern. Since the number you're extracting is an American one, you can see it involves 3 numbers, a hyphen, 3 more numbers, another hyphen, and finally 4 numbers. To match the first 3 numbers, the first part of the pattern will be a square brackets character class with the range 0 to 9 inside it. You saw how, with a plus sign, you can keep matching numbers until you reach a non-digit character, but in this scenario, you only want to keep matching numbers exactly 3 times. How do you do this? By specifying inside a pair of curly braces next to the square brackets character class the number of matches you want. This is another type of quantifier. You want the first 3 numbers, so go ahead and put 3 in there. If this was a European number with a 2-digit country code you also wanted to extract, you'd put 2 inside the curly braces and so on. Now that you have the first 3 numbers, the next thing you'll want is the hyphen. Since this isn't a special regex character, you can safely add it next to the quantifier. The second part of a US phone number is exactly the same as the first, so you can copy what you've already written down and paste it next to the original. The regex pattern you have so far says match exactly 3 numbers followed by a hyphen and then exactly 3 more numbers followed by another hyphen. The last part of the phone number is also the same as the first, except you're matching 4 numbers instead of 3. So go ahead and type the numbers character class like before with a quantifier of exactly 4 matches next to it. That's it for the pattern. Finally, create an instance of the regex class, place the pattern inside the parentheses, and then use the match method to extract the number. You can now log the value of this match to the console to see what you just extracted. Sweet! For the backslash method, all you need to do is replace the square brackets character class with a backslash and lowercase d. Everything else remains the same. Cool. While we're on the topic of cool things, this theme I'm using is kinda cool, so if you'd like to have it and be a part of the cool kids, it's available on patreon.com/heightabovesealevel. The default Visual Studio colors are very bland and boring to look at. They also don't highlight different parts of your code effectively, making it harder to tell things apart. The custom Sasuke theme I'm using aims to freshen things up a bit while improving the syntax highlighting for a better coding experience. If this is what you're looking for, I've got you covered over on patreon.com/heightabovesealevel, and thank you so much to all of you who do become patrons. Brief recap of what we covered so far before I let you go. Remember, numbers can either be matched by typing the specific number itself in the double quotes, using a square brackets character class with the numbers range, or a backslash and lowercase d. That's a lot for you guys. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. Leave whatever questions you have in the comment sections below, and I will get to them as soon as possible. There's a Discord server if you prefer to chat over there, link in the description below, and I also have a Twitch channel if you'd like live streams over on twitch.tv/avatarvic. I'll be going through quantifiers in the next video, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Should be fun. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, from me to you, deuces.